it's Warren with Zen Pro Audio, today to talk to you about the Avenson Audio blend and mid-side units. These are half-rack units that are built in Austin, Texas, USA, and they can be used independently or together to completely manipulate any stereo source, and of course they can be used in mono as well. There's also a 19-inch rack available that you can mount both units side by side in a single rack space. It is a proprietary rack, so you can't go buy an off-the-shelf unit and screw these into it. It mounts in a different sort of way. Starting with the blend unit, what we have is very simple. It's all TRS in and out. We have the ability to send a dry signal as well as a process signal to the unit and back out dry or mixed. Most people would select the mixed signal so that they could maybe compress and EQ and then blend that back in with the original. On the mid-side unit, again, we have a very simple setup where we have left, right, in and out, which is a very standard mode that we're able to accept stereo and then widen it from near mono to an extended width. Now that's using a different sort of scheme and phase relationships to cause that relationship to widen out. Then there's a true MS mode where we're actually able to use sort of insert style where we are sending and returning in a matrix for MS, giving us complete control over the center volume as well as the sides to manipulate that width relationship. We're actually going to show you both of them today. In this first clip, we'll show the blend unit going from 0 dry to 100% wet and then back into the middle. We're using an exaggerated compressed and EQ'd mix so that you can hear the effects and what we are blending back and forth. And finally at the end, I'll settle on about a 30% blend of a heavily compressed and EQ'd signal underneath our original.
As we drive,
Next, I want to show you the width function of the mid-side unit. What I'm going to do is run a standard left-right stereo mix. I'm going to collapse it as far to the mono side as I can, and then eventually work it back over to a full width side, and then I'll settle on kind of a midway mark for width.
as we drive.
Now on the mid-side unit, let's also experiment with high passing the side. And what we'll do is we'll engage this high pass and we'll work it all the way from 18 cycles up to 300, and then I'll settle somewhere around a halfway point, allowing us to carve up some of the bass response of the sides, making the bass a little more mono.
As we drive.
now things get really interesting on the mid-side unit. We're not going to be using the blend in this clip. What we're going to do is we're actually going to dedicate a center and mid channel. And you'll see on this compressor here, this will be the side unit as well as the EQ. And this will be our mid, of course. You will see me manipulate to near mono to a very extended width. Then you'll also see me using the output controls of the compressors and completely turning down the sides, bringing them back up and completely turning the mid up and down separately, and then blending them back together.
As we drive,
That's the basic rundown of the Avenson Audio mid-side and blend units. There are some other uses that could be used. For example, you could take the blend side, you could mix the top and bottom of a snare drum, and you could actually flip the phase of one and then blend them together to find the right relationship there. You could also do things like exaggerate an EQ and then blend it in, flip the polarity, and you could use it as a very smooth subtractive EQ. There's a lot of different uses for these units, and they are available in shipping now at zenproaudio.com.